Dolphin fans, what is going on? I do want to say first off, before we get into today's show, awesome job. We just crossed 6,000 subscribers on this channel, so give yourself a round of applause, but also do this. I want you to turn on your notifications. So we cover the latest Dolphins news. We cover the latest Dolphins rumors. We try to get you at least 3 to 4 videos every single week. I don't want you to miss those videos, though. So look underneath here, okay? Look down below, underneath the YouTube video. You see that bell? I want you to click that bell and then click all. That way, you don't miss any of our videos here. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that big red button. Send this link to a bunch of your friends. What are we going to talk about on today's show? I'm going to show you an updated NFL playoff picture after Sunday Night Football because the Baltimore Ravens, they decided to lay an L. We also have some news around Jordan Howard and an extension, so make sure you watch until the very, very end of this video. Let's dive into the AFC East standings here. The Bills lost on what everyone's calling I don't know. What is it? Hail Murray. I was happy that the Bills did end up losing that game. The Dolphins, they got a W. The Patriots, they took care of business going up against the Ravens 23-17 in just a very, very ugly game. And then the New York Jets are grandma getting out of the tub ugly sitting there at 0-9. But you know what? 5-game winning streak. This is one of right now, I think one of the most entertaining teams to watch in the National Football League. And I'll be honest, after the 49ers game, I was like, well, I think they just won that game because the Niners had a lot of injuries. Then you took care of business against the Jets, which you should have. Then you beat a very good Rams team who just beat Seattle. You took care of business against the Cardinals, and then you just beat the Chargers. I mean, I know the Chargers are 2-7, but a fun fact about them, they haven't lost a single game this entire year by more than a touchdown. So, you know what I'm going to ask you here. We did it last week. I'm a little bit superstitious. Maybe a little stitious. And I asked for 500 likes last week. You guys got me only to 495. So how about this? Let's get the most likes on a video in the last month. So what I want you to do, like the video right now if you think the Dolphins are going to win 6 straight games. All right, let's look at the current AFC playoff picture here. At number 5, you see the Raiders in the wild card hunt. Then there's the Miami Dolphins at number 6, 6-3. The Ravens, they lost. They fall down to 7. But I'll tell you what, the fact that the Bills are on a bye, and if the Dolphins can take care of business here, they're going to be in a good spot. But with all these 6-3 teams, this is the time of the season where I want you all to start watching some other games as well. So, we got NFL Week 11. Make sure you're watching Ravens versus the Titans, both 6-3 football teams. Make sure you're watching the Browns versus the Eagles, the Colts versus the Packers. I mean, the Packers are one of the better teams in the NFC. So for me, I think the Colts end up losing that game. It actually wouldn't surprise me if Cleveland ended up losing to the Eagles. You could see the Ravens, Titans, both. That one could be a coin flip. The Raiders, they're on Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs, an 8-1 Chiefs team who their only loss is to the Raiders, also coming off a bye. And then you got the Bills at 7-3 on their bye. So now we're going to look at the Dolphins matchup here. So if all those games go the way Miami, wants them to, and you can take care of business against a Broncos team who, I mean, they got the living crap kicked out of them this past week up against the Raiders. And Drew Lock has already come out and said that he's dealing with a shoulder injury. He doesn't know if he's going to be able to rock and roll. Now you got the 6-3 Dolphins against the 3-6 Broncos. If I'm being honest, this is disrespectful. It's disrespectful that Miami is only 3.5-point favorites. The over-under, I don't give a crap about. It's 45.5 points. The fact that you got the Broncos, who just lost 37-12 to the Raiders, and then you got one of the hottest teams, as my voice cracks there, in the NFL with the Dolphins, and it's only 3.5 points. So, every single Dolphin fan, if you already liked the video because you think they're going to win 6 straight, I want you to go to BetUS and put your money where your mouth is here. So go to chatsports.com/bet. I'm going to say it again because you're not going to get the hookup unless you go to chatsports.com/bet. Then promo code Dolphins125. It's going to get you 125% deposit bonus. Are you excited? Are you hyped up? I know I would be if I was putting down $100 and getting $125 for free, betting on the Dolphins to cover the spread against the Broncos. You know what though? Let's spice up the deal. What did Emerald used to say? Bam! Well, that's what we're doing here. We're bamming it up. So if you go get started, this is new BetUS customers only. If you go get started at chatsports.com/bet, deposit $100, use the link, okay? We're going to hook you up with a Dolphins jersey, this Tua jersey, the one that you see on screen. We're going to give you that Tua jersey for free. All you got to do, get started with BetUS. So you're getting $100, or wait, you're depositing $100. You're getting $125 free to bet with, and then a Dolphins jersey, a Tua jersey. If you have any questions about anything I just said, email us, dolphins@chatsports.com. If you want the Tua jersey that you see on screen, email us, dolphins@chatsports.com. All right, get your score predictions in here now. You got the Miami Dolphins at 6-3. I'm getting loose here. Against the Denver Broncos, who are 3-6. So scroll on down if you see this video on YouTube. If you see it on Facebook, heck, you might even come across it on Twitter. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Let me know your score predictions. Dolphins against the Broncos. All right, now let's get into the latest news around Miami. And I guess the only thing I should have updated here that said, hey, he's a free agent. Because guess what? Jordan Howard is a free agent. He gone after signing a 2-year deal worth $9.75 million in the offseason. I mean, this guy's been an absolute disaster. Miami decides to cut him. They move on. They have to eat the remainder of his $4.75 million contract. And, well, he's not going to make anything next year, obviously. So you're paying a guy you're paying him $4.75 million to rush for 32 yards, and sure, he had 4 touchdowns, and he's got a long of 8. But, I mean, this isn't what you signed up for. You were hoping that Howard at least would have been able to give you what he gave the Eagles in 2019, a running back that at least showed some toughness between the tackles, picking up 4.4 yards per carry, and it is amazing to see how far Jordan Howard has fallen from. Remember, back in 2016, this guy rushed for over 1,200 yards. He was behind only Ezekiel Elliott in 2016 for most rushing yards, and it has just been downhill ever since. So here's the updated Dolphins running back depth chart. Myles Gaskin, he's still on the IR. The original reports were that he was going to hopefully be able to return like week 12. We'll keep you updated there. Salvon Ahmad, he's continuing to have been a pretty solid back, had 21 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown last week. Breida hasn't been very good. You got Laird as your fullback, and yeah, they also traded for DeAndre Washington right at the deadline. So now with Howard gone, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me whatsoever, and this is one that you could basically see coming. I mean, if you want to try to play off that you're a palm reader or that you can tell the future, why don't you go tell somebody, hey, I knew Jordan Howard was going to get cut. And honestly, I would totally believe you because he's looked bad this year. So let me know. What are your honest thoughts on the Dolphins letting go of Howard? I mean, it's tough, right? Because if you keep him, you at least have a running back just in case, and no matter what, you're going to pay him. But instead, he was so bad that they decided, you know what, we're going to eat a few $1 million and just let him go because we just can't stand to watch him be in a Dolphins jersey anymore. All right, one more story here, and this one maybe is a little bit of good news. I know a bunch of y'all love Zach Sieler. He signed a 4-year extension worth $2.5 million today, and this is a good story. This is a story, I think, exactly about what the Miami Dolphins football team, what Brian Flores has done from top to bottom, especially on the defense. So remember, he was claimed off waivers in December 5th to be exact last year. He was drafted by the Ravens in the 7th round, and a player that never really could get it going. But you know what? He found a nice little home here in Miami, and this season, he has really stepped up for a defense that has dealt with a lot of injuries, some players on the NFI list, heck, some guys on COVID list as well, but 26 tackles, 13 solo, the 4 tackles for loss, and 1.5 sacks. But look at his career stats. This is 18 games. You can see that he is doing a lot of his damage this year, and he has really bought into his role, and he does exactly what the defense asks. So he stepped up big time this week. Heck, he played in 87% of the snaps. Now, that wasn't his most snaps played. He played in 52. The most snaps that he's ended up playing this entire season was 65, and that was back in week 7. Bottom line is this. You continue to see the Dolphins be able to find these players like Zach Sieler, insert them into their defense, and for a defense that, coming into this game, has been one of the better defensive units and continues to get disrespected. It's why I was so upset when I saw the 3.5 points. The fact that they're only 3.5 point favorites over the Broncos. it just continues to show that the NFL still doesn't take the Dolphins very seriously. So let me know here. Please grade the Sieler extension. A, B, C, D, or F. I hope everyone watching this show has at least gone to some sort of school. So maybe you've gotten a few A's or B's. If you've never gone to school, well, maybe you've gotten a few F's. I don't know. But bottom line is this. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you all very much. So let us know. Grade the Sieler extension. Remember, 4 years, $2.5 million, A, B, C, D, or F.